Welcome back to Kung Fu Maintenance, where I show you how to make the most likely repairs you'll need to make in your lifetime. If you'd like to get the latest videos, subscribe and then hit the little bell icon right at the subscribe button, and it'll notify you of any new videos when they're released for you.
No AC call. Breaker's not tripped. Nothing tripped here. Check it out. AC on. Hit the hold button. Alright. Checking the closet. Heater valves are off. And it doesn't feel like it's getting cold. I'll head up to the roof and go check it out. Okay, here's our AC. Fan's running. AC feels warm. Gonna go ahead and pull it. Looks like it's this one here. Alright. Let's see what we got going on. Got a gnarly cut on the top of my finger yesterday, so it's hard to heal when you're working. So I'm gonna be babying that a little bit. It's right on just across the top of my finger to the nail. It's a pretty painful one. Okay, let's take a look. Recently had the compressor replaced on this one. Looks like they left the hard switch disconnected. That was silly. The capacitor looks like it might be bulged. Check for any burned wires first. Well, first we'll discharge the capacitor. We pulled the disconnect and the capacitor holds a charge even after the power is disconnected, so we'll discharge, holding the insulated portion of the screwdriver and bridging the leads of the capacitor. Just like that, makes the connection. So when they replaced the compressor, they left it disconnected. It's supposed to have a 45 run cap. Looks like it's only got a 35. So, it just shows me I should check these better when they do them. A lot of times, a lot of compressors won't show you the size run cap that should be used. This one does. Okay, I'm just going to peek at the wiring inside here and see, and then we'll off to replacing that capacitor. Looks like everything's good here. Okay. So that's that. Reset our cover. This time we'll use the hard start kit. Again, we've discharged. So here's our common side. It's got a fan, lead to the fan. Comes from the contactor down. Well, that's sort of in I don't know. Anyway, there's all our common leads, and then here's the start wire by itself. This goes to the start wire for the compressor. Try to get back there for that screw. It looks like it's actually loose enough. Okay. Oh, it's way bulged. So it's a 35. This one's supposed to be a 45. And I like to use the hard start kit as it eases the load on the start of the compressor. So here's my 45. And I don't even need to test this one. This is just bad. I will check the thing after. So this one, it doesn't matter which side this is a regular capacitor. On a dual cap, you'll have another one for the fan. You'll have common and you'll have perm, which is your start wire. This one, the start wire will go by itself on one side.
For this brand, the yellow wire is the start wire.
Your common wires will hook up from there. So here goes common wire for the fan, and we want to have good solid connections. If we don't, you want to tighten it up. That's solid there, so we're fine there. And then here's the common jumper for the fan capacitor. So we've got one wire going straight to the fan, one wire coming from the contactor, and then one wire going to the fan capacitor. From the fan capacitor, the other side goes up to the fan. So there we go. This wiring feels a little loose, so I'm going to squeeze that a bit, and we can add our hard start kit. Now with the hard start kit, one lead goes to each side. So one lead goes to the fan and one lead goes to the common. And a lot of times they'll have a double. This one has a double on both sides, so it doesn't matter which side goes where. One lead just goes to each side. Hard start kit. Now for sure it's not going to go anywhere. Okay. And now I just want to check that fan capacitor since we're here and keep everything going good. And we've got to discharge it in order to do that. I can test this 35. You can see that it's bulged. The bulge is actually a safety, and it keeps it from exploding, so it'll bulge out before it explodes. Is this how it's done? My band-aid's kind of coming off that gnarly cut from yesterday. Okay, microfarad test on the capacitor for the fan, and we're looking for 5 plus or minus 5%, just barely outside of our range. 4.61, 4.75 would be good. Now, because I'm in building maintenance, I'll be replacing the capacitor. If you were a regular AC guy, you'd probably be telling the customer that that fan capacitor looks a little weak.
Tested a little weak.
It's probably okay, but I would recommend replacing it, and you leave it up to the customer. But building maintenance, a little bit different. Oh shoot, I've got a 5 here. It looks used. Oh no. Okay, I've got another 5 here. I need to clean out my bag a little bit better. We want a new one. Okay, there we go. Here's my 5. Show you the test. Well, never mind. I was going to test the new one, but it's new. I already put my deal away, and come on, buddy. Really tight. Might have to use a new one. All right. Obviously that's holding up well. And here's our new capacitor going in. Come on, buddy. It's really tight. have to squeeze that down a little bit first. There we go. Now that'll give us kind of a straight shot in there. In theory. Maybe. I'm just remembering that I meant to put some new cable ties in my bag, and I think I did not do it, so. Oh, here's one. Good. So I'm getting this one. In there, tight. All right. So here's our fan lead, and here's our. Well, I'll show you the 5 third. So it's 5 plus or minus 5%, and we're showing 4.91. That's good. You know, anything up to 4.75 would be in. All right. There we go. Everything's nice and tight. We're in there. That puppy's not going anywhere. Done deal. And now we're ready to start. Yeah, I showed this was like point. I forget what it was, but. Bad. Okay, here we go, ready to run. Yeah. There we go. Probably tighten up these fan baffle screws. Probably should have done that when it was off. But we need to make sure that our unit gets cold. There we go. Getting nice and cold, nice and chilly. It's good. And it's a done deal. Back things up. I like to tear the lid off of my capacitor so that I don't use it again by accident, like that one I grabbed earlier. Makes it just a little more sure that you won't leave it there by mistake and think that your bag is stocked and ready to go, like I just did. Alright. Leave another cable tie for another round. And the air conditioner's back in the mix. Nice. Nice and cold. Now it's got the correct size capacitor on there. Because I stocked the compressors, and I also give them the correct size capacitor at the time of the change out, so I don't know what happened there. I do know that it's good now. And it just seems, I don't know. Sometimes you want it done right, you got to do it yourself. Anyway, long story short, it's done right now. All right, call out, little overtime doesn't hurt. Done deal. Put our cover back on, and we're all set. Be a little stubborn. There it is. this disconnect was replaced, so there's an extra plate here. I'm going to save that. Note where it's at. That will come in handy in case there's ever one missing. So looks like this should really be all foamed in, cleaned up a bit. That's another story for another day. Thanks for watching Kung Fu Maintenance. Over and out. Nice Palm Springs day. It's October 26th, 27th. It's still pretty hot. About 92 degrees, 94 degrees.
It's actually Saturday,
They call it hot.
the 28th, which is today, assuming
Still-
I get this mixed
still
down
pretty
enough
warm.
today.
Thanks for watching.
And it hit a high
Stay
of
safe.
99 degrees.
Okay, unfortunately I got another AC
Hot
down.
for October
The hits
28th.
just keep on coming, so it is what it is.
So just to reiterate a little bit about the difference between building maintenance and traditional HVAC repair approaches. With building maintenance, if you see a contactor that looks tired, you're probably just going to change it. You're going to try to prevent your call-outs that way. With traditional HVAC, you're going to need to tell the customer that you see a contactor, looks a little tired, you recommend replacing it to prevent future call-outs. Same thing with a capacitor that tests a little bit weak, but it's not way out of phase. This is a bit different approach to building maintenance, because in building maintenance, you kind of, you're there every day, so you can check things in a different way. With traditional HVAC, you're not there every day. You really want to prevent the call out, but also you're not wanting to charge the customer for parts that aren't completely necessary. You're kind of wanting them to make that decision, but you're giving them recommendations. With building maintenance, again, you're trying to do things preventatively to prevent things from having trouble in the future, to minimize the interruption to your schedule, but also the interruption to the user experience. So you're wanting everyone to have a good user experience, and you can do that better by doing preventative maintenance up front. And this is why I enjoy making these videos for you, and that I can give a different approach to air conditioning and plumbing and other areas than the traditional service guys will give in those industries. And while there's differences there, and sometimes I get a strong reaction to the different approaches, and I understand that, because the service industry, you're going to come at things from a different spot. I don't necessarily hook up gauges on every single job because I'm there every day. So if I feel the line's cold, if it's over 100 degrees, and I reach out and I feel the suction line and I know that it's cold, I'm pretty much there every day. So if it's not cold, I know I need to do something else, and I need to locate a leak or whatnot, or repair a leak. But again, it's a different approach. If you're a traditional AC guy, you might be hooking up gauges and informing your customers of your pressures and things like that. But it takes a different approach because of your particular situation. And also for traditional AC guys, you're wanting to prevent a callback period. For me, if something, if I feel the line and it's cold enough, and if I do get called back, it's not as big a deal because I'm local. But for traditional AC, it might be a long journey to deal with something. But again, just different approaches of traditional AC. I will say I've benefited a lot from all the different videos on YouTube on AC, on preventing problems within my building maintenance and going at things deeper. The more that you understand, the more that you test, the more that you diagnose deeper situations, because a lot of times shallower problems have been caused by something deeper. And so the more that you can work those out, the more that you're going to have less and less problems that are going to interrupt your schedule as well. So that's why preventative maintenance and understanding the factors will benefit you. So I hope that you enjoy these videos. I hope to be making better and better videos as I add to my knowledge. I think you'll learn a lot more on my later air conditioner videos that you will on some of my earlier videos that may be focused on just simple the upfront problems. Now I'm going a little bit deeper, testing a little bit more, and replacing parts more, but working out deeper working out deeper problems. And in doing that, it's going to make life so much easier for me, and that's how it is in building maintenance. You got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you've inherited so many different problems, you can only do so much with the time that you have. So you kind of have to focus and get in there and get out of there. And but hopefully my videos will help you learn where to focus better, what to look at more, and in doing so will spare you a lot of the headaches that I had to go through to get to the point where I'm at today. So now, again, when I go to a situation now, I'm able to kind of fix the problems deeper so that they don't come up and tackle me again later. The cool thing about building maintenance is that the problems that happen, you are the one that gets called back when something deeper goes wrong, or when your repair doesn't work. And that kind of gives an advantage in being able to figure things out better. Sometimes in traditional HVAC, you might be part of a huge company and maybe you get called to a problem, you fix it, but if your repair didn't work, somebody else gets called in to repair your work, and you may never hear what actually happened. And that doesn't allow for you to actually learn what happened or how to make things better. But just different sides of the coin, or different blades of the scissor, to make things better. And I hope you enjoy these videos, and I hope you enjoy a lot of the videos on YouTube. There's a lot of great channels out there that I really enjoy. I'd start to mention some of them, like the air conditioning guy, but I'd probably leave so many people off that unfortunately that maybe I shouldn't mention any of them, because I don't want to leave anybody out. But really enjoy the video sharing on YouTube is really cool, because we get to see and learn so much from each other. And anyway, that was my rant, and that was my kind of comparison. So you guys, you traditional AC guys, or you traditional pool guys, when you see my videos, hopefully you understand a little bit better from this video where I'm coming from. It's a little bit different spot than you will be coming from, and I hope that you understand that. I hope that you benefit from that, and I hope that I'm able to, at least I think in some of my original ideas, spare you a lot of time. I think I was one of the first people to, at least for me, was the first one to come up with putting ice on the compressors to cool down an overheated compressor. That spared me a ton of time and headache, and hope it spared you a ton of time and headache as well. And if you've never tried it, at least at this point you've heard about it, and even if it was only that you bought a soda at McDonald's or something and you had your leftover ice and you came to a call with an overheated compressor, you could use that ice to spare you a lot of time. Anyway, thanks for watching Kung Fu Maintenance. Over and out. Stay safe out there, and hopefully see you on the next one. I got a second part to this one. I got called out twice today, and this is all today. And mixing it down, and hopefully I should be able to get it uploaded, at least this first one, and then the second one, maybe possibly today, maybe tomorrow. We'll see, depending on how things go. I'm still on call, so I may get called out or something, but hope to be bringing you more and more videos. Thanks for watching Kung Fu Maintenance. Over and out.
Here with me, I call on your name. In the midst of the praise, given in joy, your peace surrounds me as love overflows. Glory to Jesus, Savior of my soul. In the midst of the battle, the struggle, the war, as I look up to you, the victory is sure. Your promises stand despite fury and flame. The gates of hell will not prevail. Glory, power, majesty, honor. Your words, your instructions, they set me free. The gift of your presence, eternal. Glory in Jesus, His word is sure.